sort of building the sentences with a way that is left or right heavy, like the Germans did earlier, which we also got into the Swedish later on. Now we're talking about a long, long time ago. You know, the Swedish borrowed their language from many, many different countries, as any language is actually doing. So we have influences. And one of the things that the Swedish borrowed 1700, 1800 was to put the verb last. And what is happening then is that you need to read everything and then you put the verb in the end. So I don't know if you know German. Do you? Kind of? Okay, but they do, I promise you. So they put the verb in the end. Then we have other languages that put the verb first. So you read what's going on and then you read the sentence. Both these are very heavy sentences because it often makes you read it twice. And also the aristocratic is that when you use words that you aren't really familiar with, but they're old and very nice and very wonderful, and it's not working. It will not work for you. So what will you do? When you use the language that you use normally without spoken language, you're not allowed to use spoken language, okay? But don't use the old-fashioned words that could be really, really nice, nobody understands. And the verb in the middle. So if you put the verb in the middle of the sentence, you will have so much, much easier to read it than if you don't do it. Also, aristocratic is that you put a lot of adjectives and adverbs in the, it's very, very nice, very, very beautiful, but again, it doesn't work. The fast, wonderful, nice working, well-founded server. That is all the adjectives. And adverbs, you can do the same. The fast, well-moving, I don't know, I can't think of all the adverbs. Executing, or execution, or whatever. And then you put it in front of a verb. So try to avoid those for your own sake and for everybody else. So that is what kind of language, just when we talk about sentences. But what kind of language more is that, what is the level? What is the level you should write in? Who are you writing for? Scientists? For students?
I mean, you can actually measure your level of writing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, and if you work in groups, this is easy because you will actually read each other's and you can help each other out. But if you're working individually or with somebody else, you need to think about the language a little bit more. Do you have to explain internet? Probably not. Do you have to explain Internet of Things? Don't think so? I think you do, actually, to some extent. So what are you going to write about? Can you just mention a little bit each so we can hear what you're doing and we can think about what you need to write about and not? Have you decided already what you're going to write about, or?
Like my thesis
Mm-hmm. Yes.
proposal or something?
Yes.
Since we're gonna develop like a document editor, like a PDF editor, so our thesis is gonna be implementing the functions like how to improve the PDF editor, and we're gonna report about what we've done and what kind of problems do we solve in order to give a better customer experience, user experience.
Okay. Yeah, nice. What is there something you think you don't really understand? Like editor, would you know what he means by editors or editor?
Not everyone knows what it is.
So probably you need to explain that. And user friendly? Do you know what user friendly is? Somewhat? Probably you have to explain that too. Yeah,
But
even
it's
though.
gonna be all explanations on the whole thesis, coming like 60 pages, like explanations. If you start, I have to start off with intermittent things, user friendly, user experience, whatever you come up with. It's only gonna be explanations in there.
Well, the whole background theory chapter will be about explaining what it is. Given definition what it is, what you mean by it. Because there are definitions out there, but we don't know which one you want to use, what you mean by it. So yeah, it will be a lot of definitions, but you can write it in an easy way or you can write in a heavy way, explaining the whole area or just explaining to an extent that you understand the whole thesis and what it is about. And that is what we are going to try to talk about during these lectures, so you really find to what extent you need to explain this. Okay? Somebody else want to try about the area? Come on. Let me know.
Okay, well, we will be writing about data mining, web crawlers, scrapers, spiders, so I guess we will have a lot of explaining to do.
What do you say?
Yeah.
They have a lot of explaining to do. Absolutely. Yep. More?
Well, our purpose is to find a solution for large companies and social interaction within the companies where employees can network.
Mm-hmm.
And we're building an application for this solution. Yeah, web applications.
Mm-hmm. What do you say about that? Do you understand what they are going to do, or something you think they need to explain more?
They probably would have to explain the difference between a normal application for phone maybe and a web application.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that could be something confusing for certain people.
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. That's one of the things. Yep. Something else that you are thinking about, or everything is giving up today. Okay, something else? What are you going to work?
Okay, we're gonna develop an app for sports team, like where they can post moments and like
Communicate.
communicate.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's
So what do you think is
like
that?
to have all their activities there, like when they have practice and they have a tournament.
Mm-hmm. So is this obvious what they are going to do, or is it something they need to explain? Yeah. Absolutely. Sports games. Big. Is there real time? Is updating real time
Yeah.
or yeah? So you need to work with real time. Aha. Okay. What does real time mean? How fast is real time? Is this real time? Or is it faster? 2 seconds? 5 seconds? That's what you have to write about and give the audience what you mean by real time. How much is acceptable in a real time? Is it when somebody made or had a goal and you get updated 10 seconds later on?
But it's not like that. You don't see like a match.
Okay.
Like internal for the team.
It's only like
Okay.
Group
Yeah.
chats and like.
yeah, like now the leader, like the team has a new like training next Wednesday. But no
Okay.
one gets like a notice about it.
Okay, so it's not real. You don't really need
No,
real
you don't
time.
follow the match. It's
No.
like
Okay.
Because
You
you're
can-
playing it.
yeah, but you can
Uses-
see when's the next practice and when's the next game.
Okay.
And you
Mhm.
can share like moments, like I will be late for the game, or
Okay.
I can't come to the practice.
Okay. So it's when they are going to practice
Yeah,
themselves.
yeah.
Ah,
So
okay.
it's not like
So it's more like an app saying that, okay, we will have a practice in 10 minutes
Yeah.
and you should come.
yeah, you can see the whole schedule for the.
Okay, so that's for a team, sort of.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that wasn't really obvious.
Okay.
Okay. Uh-huh. Yep. So you will probably explain what kind of app you're using and what
Yeah.
kind of things you're thinking. Yeah. So was everybody covered? Is somebody else want to say anything? Or oh, you're not working together.
No, my team is not in.
Okay.
I guess so.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I guess I have to choose my words carefully.
No, no.
So we'll be developing a mobile application
Mm-hmm.
that is used to gather and present relevant information about a subject to the end user.
Mm-hmm.
And the application is a smart application that will able to learn from learn over time from being used to adapt and present better information
Yes.
or more